Hi there, students. Flashback. A flashback. Normally one word. To flash back as a verb. Normally two words. Most commonly we see this word a flashback as when we're talking about a story or a film where we suddenly go back to something that happens in the past. So, the story then flashes back to when the main character was at school and first met the anti-hero, the enemy in the film. So to flashback is where a story goes back to events in the past. The film opens with a flashback of what was happening many years earlier. The book then flashes back to events that unfolded during the Second World War. Okay, so to a flashback, or to flashback, to go back in time, it's a scene in a film or a novel that is set in an earlier time than the main story. We go through a series of flashbacks where we follow what happened to the family before they arrived at this situation. Now notice a flashback can also be a flame where you've got vapor that is capable of igniting. And a flashback, there is this vapor lights and goes all the way back to its source. It's possible as well, but most commonly a flashback. In a flashback, we're talking about focusing your mind on a point in the past. Let's see, a flashback doesn't have to be in a film or in a book. It can be in your own mind. It's suddenly a very intense, vivid mental image, normally of a traumatic experience. Post-traumatic stress, maybe after post-traumatic stress, people have flashbacks of what occurred. You suddenly go back and you think you're living that situation. It's almost a spontaneous, vivid memory that comes from something that's happening, and suddenly your mind flashes back to a point in the past. A flashback can also be a recurrence of the effects of a hallucinogenic drug, but long after you've taken it. Months or years. Okay, so a flashback to flashback. The final episode was a flashback to the beginning, a scene that returns to events in the past. The scene is a flashback of his career as a pilot. Okay, you have a flashback to a past experience. You suddenly have a really clear memory of it. He very often has flashbacks of the night that the rest of his family were killed. It's a memory, a reminiscence. You relive something in your mind. We've got a technical word, analepsis, as well. Analepsis is a type of flashback. So you could tell a story in flashback. The whole story is told as a series of flashbacks. It's narrated as flashbacks. Okay, so a flashback. If we flash back to the 1960s, we can see Elvis driving a pink Cadillac into Las Vegas, for example. Okay, so a flashback to flashback. It's something going back. I keep having flashbacks of the moment that I was hit by the car. But normally it's part of a scene of a film or a book or something like that. So formality, a flashback, to flashback. 5, informality, use anywhere. Could you in something informal or something very formal or semi-formal. So flashback.